This is the most delicious roasted harissa chicken and chorizo couscous. Let's do it. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees. We start this one with a roasting tray. So stick it to one side, ready to go. The first ingredient, red onions. So take the onions, chop off the tops, and then very simply cut them in half and peel away the skins. There we go, peeled and halved, and really simple, into quarters. Cut off the little root. We're going to be slow roasting them, so just chuck your onions straight into the roasting tray. Into the tray, and just break them up. Onions done. And next, some bell peppers. Use some different coloured peppers. Off with the tops. And you want to cut them up about the same size as your red onion. Cut off the florets. Keep everything relatively uniform. So cut up your peppers, and as with the onion, they go straight into the roasting tray. There we go. So peppers in. Look at the colours in there already. Lovely. And now the courgette. And what you want to do is slice the courgette about 1/2 centimetre thick, roughly speaking. Not too thick, not too thin. Once the courgette is done, that goes into the tray. And the last ingredient, we want some cherry tomatoes. Keep them on the vine. They have a beautiful aroma and they add flavour. We'll pick these out at the end. So pop in the cherry tomatoes. And once everything is in the tray, so in they go. Next, our chicken thighs. In they go, a drizzle of olive oil. And then you want to give everything a good drizzle in some extra virgin olive oil, and then season with some salt and freshly ground black pepper. Next, the star of the show, this is our harissa paste. So spoon in the harissa. Add a tiny, tiny dash of water to rinse it out, but not too much. And then you want to get in there with your hands and massage the harissa into all of the ingredients. Once it's coated in the harissa, pop the chicken on top. There we have it, that's ready for the oven. Everything's got a nice coating of harissa, but we haven't gone mad. It does have a very strong flavour, and there's a lot of other flavours going on in this dish. Skin side up with the chicken, and this is going to take about 45 minutes in the oven roughly. So what we're going to do when it's about 5 minutes away, we're going to give it a nice drizzle in honey, mix it up again, give it a good coating, and we're going to have a beautiful sweet and spicy roast chicken couscous tray bake. It doesn't have a name. And so, in the oven. And then you want to pop the tray into the oven where we're going to bake it off for about 45 minutes. And once the tray is in, we want some chorizo. And for this one, you want to very simply take a really sharp knife and dice your chorizo up into little nuggety pieces. There we go, the chorizo is done. Not too big, not too small, just right. They'll go a little bit crispy in the couscous and give some great texture. So there we go, chorizo done. And once you've diced up the chorizo, pop a frying pan on the hob, the tiniest dash of oil to help it along, and then chuck in the chorizo pieces. And what we're going to do is fry it off so it releases some of its beautiful oils and start to get a tiny bit of crispiness to the outside of the chorizo. We're going to take our time to very gently and slowly render out the fat from the chorizo and get it ever so slightly crispy. But we don't want to go too far. What can happen is the chorizo will actually get a little bit dry and a bit hard if we don't keep an eye on it. So we're literally talking anywhere between 4 and 7 minutes cooking time. Keep the heat low. So there we go. That is literally it. Again, we don't want to go too far. We want some nice, meaty, juicy little nuggets of chorizo in the couscous. Turn the heat off. Take that off of the heat, and we're basically going to very quickly reheat this to go in the couscous as soon as it's ready. Once the chorizo is done, you can pop that to one side, ready to go. And then, when your chicken and vegetables are perfectly roasted off, some honey. We're going to add a really nice drizzle of some runny honey. Stir that through with a spoon. So 10 more minutes. And so the first step. Good to go. And next, you want to take some fresh parsley. Just remove some of these bigger stalks. Take a minute to remove the leaves from the parsley. There we go, get those out of there. discard the stems, and then with a sharp knife, you want to dice the parsley up fairly fine. We want those pretty fine, but with a little bit of coarseness. And once your parsley's prepped, pop it into a bowl and stick it to one side, ready to go. Parsley, done. And then we want some lovely spring onions. And the trick here, you want to slice up the spring onions pretty much as fine as you can. Take your time with these, we want them really nice and thin. So take your time and slice them on a slight angle. They just look a little bit nicer on the plate. There we go, wafer thin. We're going to use this to garnish the dish at the end, using it almost like a herb. And once they're finely diced or finely sliced, also stick those into a bowl, ready to garnish the dish at the end. Spring onions, done. And when it's done, remove the tray from the oven, pop that to one side, and we want to very quickly prepare our couscous. Next, we want a lemon. Just cut off some nice thin slices. Just stick your lemon to one side, ready to go. Next, the star of the show, our couscous. And the couscous roughly doubles in size. So pour your couscous out into a large mixing bowl, kind of eyeball it. That is going to do us for today. Season with salt and black pepper. And then we want raisins. But before these go in, boiling water. Pour in enough boiling water to just cover the couscous. Cover the couscous with some boiling water so the water just about covers the couscous. And then just let that sit for between 2 and 4 minutes. Really doesn't take long. Almost there, let's reheat the chorizo. And then you want to add the chorizo and scatter in the raisins. About the same amount of raisins as chorizo. Just let this sit for about 4 to 5 minutes. And now gently fork that through, gently breaking up the couscous. This will leave the couscous beautiful, light and fluffy. Mixing in the chorizo and raisins as we go. So fork that up. Give it a quick taste for seasoning. And now we're ready to serve. So you want to start by adding a nice pile of couscous to the plate. Here we go. Pop on some of that lovely roasted veg. Get on some of the veg. Lay on the chicken, and then drizzle over some of that beautiful roasting juice. And then finish by scattering over some of our finely diced parsley and the spring onions. Some of your lemon on the side. This is the most delicious roasted harissa chicken and chorizo couscous. So here we go, let's get stuck in. That chicken is juicy with a lovely crispy skin. You get the little nuggets of chorizo, the sweetness from the raisins, the freshness from the parsley and the spring onions. It has everything going on. The roastiness from the veg. Oof, that is something else. Now this truly is a must try. Unbelievable. Now if you'd excuse me, I'm gonna finish this off. Subscribe, share the recipe with your friends, click like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.